Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with V, and if you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you. If you are returning, thank you so much for returning. So anyway, today what I plan on doing, so I'm going to finish up this little spot right here. I am back at the house because I have the grandkids, and my son actually works today, so he couldn't watch them for me, which is fine. And then, um, and they have the Xbox and the computer and all that here. Over there, the only internet that I have is actually on my tablet and on my phone. So, we are gonna go ahead and work on Hope Runs Deep. I am doing this with Lazy Retired Granny, and I gotta look at my phone for the list. I'm gonna get a notebook like Granny and have all these wrote down in it, but I just have not done that yet. So let's see who all is joining us on this. I really need to organize my phone. Okay. So, the people that are joining us on Hope Runs Deep, come on. Let's see, I know I've got it on here. The people who are joining us for the Hope Runs Deep are January, Beth, Alice Baker, Kim O, and Teresa, and then doing another Chuck Pinson are Candace, Kim, and Anita. So I am going to get a notebook and write all of this down on it. And I did talk to Lazy Retired Granny the other day. I didn't want to step on any toes or anything. I'm going to start doing somewhat like she does. This is entirely her idea, not mine. But I want to start reading the emails that I get on the channel, and I also want to start doing the comments. I did talk to her about this and make sure it was okay with her. So, I hope that y'all will enjoy that. If y'all want to send any emails, any comments, that's great. I would be happy to share it. It can be any craft, not just diamond painting. I love seeing all kinds of crafts. Anyway, I think there has been 4 comments that I have not answered yet, and I will answer them on the screen as well. But we are going to go ahead and answer some of those comments now. Let me go back to this. Okay, so Margie said, great chat. I hope you enjoy your 4th of July. Enjoy camping and hugs. I will enjoy it a lot more starting tonight. Even though I do have to work on Saturday, at least I'll have that morning to kind of relax a little bit, and later tonight. But we'll be going back over there. So excited about that. I am working on a couple of different diamond paintings over there. So maybe I'll be able to do a little whip and chat over there as well. And my 4th did go very well last night. We had all the family over. We had a few, just the normal group of people that we normally have over there, which was about 17 people. And I've got to edit through the clips, but I will put some of those up here for the ones that I am allowed to show you. Just be aware that the kids in these clips, I've gotten permission from their parents to put them up on the screen. I would never put any kid on my channel without the parents' permission. So I will try to go ahead and put that up here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but it's like, you know, it hits you, and you're like, obviously that's rough. You're here lost.
Again.
Basically, I would give up stuff, sell it for platinum. At that time, I had completed.
Oh, Sissy boy!
I had gone. That's right, get to a chair, Mo. Okay, you're done.
Whenever I do that for myself, so that I know, split the screen right here and add the clip and then cut that part out if you need to. But that's what I am doing myself for that. Okay, so, but we really did have a good 4th of July. The cookout went well. Robbie made a pork loin on the grill. I've never grilled pork loin before, but it actually turned out very good. We've had hamburgers and hot dogs and all kinds of stuff. And the kids, I bought some balloons for the kids, and those are some of the clips that I'll show you that were shown before this. But they had such a fun time with a pack of $1.25 balloons from the Dollar Tree. So, and then some of the other clips that I'll show you are the fireworks. Just a few little clips. I'm not putting a whole lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and go on to the next comment. This one says, "You're making great progress. Have fun camping and enjoy time with your family on the 4th. Hugs, my friend." And that was from Lazy Retired Granny. Thank you so much, Granny. We had a wonderful time. It did not rain, so we did get to do the fireworks and stuff, and we didn't have as many this year. So, in a way, that made it a lot better because if you have the cookout and then a really long firework display, you can be it gets exhausting. So, we did have some fireworks, and I want to thank Robbie, Lexi's boyfriend, for lighting those fireworks for the kids and all that. He was great with the kids. Anyway, and then lighting the big fireworks. So we had a absolutely wonderful time. I'll be going back over to the camper this afternoon. But with my granddaughter Remy, my grandkids all have eczema and they've had it for years. Well, we had a doctor that actually gave them an oral medicine to to try to clear it up. And we were so happy because it actually worked wonders. Remy's face was completely cleared up. No issues with her face at all. Looked great. And then Lexi came down with Mo, and I allow the kids to go outside in the backyard that is fenced as long as I am in my craft room because I've got windows all the way around it. I can hear through the doggy door basically everything that's going on out there. And I've got the windows all around so I can see where they're at most of the time. So Mo and her went outside and they were out there for about 45 minutes or so. She came back in and her face just looked awful again. So she's got another doctor's appointment today, and we are really thinking that what is causing her skin to be so much worse than the boys is we're thinking that she might have some kind of sun sensitivity or allergy. So I don't know what they'll be able to tell us today, but maybe we'll get something fixed in the matter because it went from looking great, completely great, to that. So hopefully we get all that taken care of. Anyway, I will be going camping, going back over to the campground tonight. Cannot wait. I am really thinking, and I shouldn't do it, but I am really thinking about adding like 4 days to my camping trip and just staying over there till Wednesday. But we'll see. Okay, so the next comment that I have is from Elizabeth Warman. And she was telling me that Huntington Beach is 25 miles south of me. Driving PCH to get to Huntington Beach is a beautiful coastal drive. Like I said, I've only been out to California twice. One of those times was years ago. Well, it's both been years ago, but one of those times was to visit with the kids' great grandma, and she had been diagnosed with cancer and she had never met the kids, so we went out there to let them visit and everything. That was before my youngest was born, and Lexi was just a baby. So we went out there then, and then we went out there about 4 years ago. I think it's more like 3. Josh's dad passed away, so we went out there for that. And the kids and Josh have went out there one other time besides that, but it was beautiful out there. We went to the beach once while we were out there. Very nice weather. I experienced my first earthquake. I'd never been in an earthquake before, and I don't want to be in an earthquake again. But anyway, I experienced my first one of those out there. But you're right, it is very beautiful out there. And I had to ask Josh what PCH meant. And he told me it stood for the Pacific Coast Highway. So he said it was a beautiful drive as well through there. So let me see if I've got any more comments. Oops, wrong button that I have not answered. Okay, the last one is from January. Okay, she said, Happy 4th, V. This painting is coming out so pretty and can't wait until I can start working on it again. Unfortunately, I've not set a single drill down on this one or any other painting since July 1st because I sprained my wrist. I tried using my right hand, but it feels like a child learning to write for the first time. Ha ha ha. It does not work out so well. Great chat, my friend. Okay. I am so sorry that you sprained your wrist. I am so sure you're going through diamond painting withdrawals. I do that all the time whenever I can't get to diamond paint that much. It drives me crazy whenever I can't diamond paint. But anyway, I can't wait for you to be able to join us again with the diamond painting. And a sprain can be so much worse than a break sometimes. It may not last as long, but it can hurt a lot worse than a break, I've heard. I don't know personally because I've sprained my ankle several times. I've twisted my ankle, twisted my wrist, but I've never broken a bone yet. So, hopefully that stays that way. Oops, I spilled some drills, but they were just trash drills sitting over here in one of these little trays, so that's okay. We won't count that as a spilled drill. But anyway, I've gotten a few suggestions on names for the trees. So we will be going over all of those tomorrow, and by tomorrow I will have my notebook to write all that stuff down in. I have it. Sorry if you hear the kids in the background. They are really getting excited about the Minecraft that they are playing. And anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, it looks right side up to you, but I'm actually working on it upside down. So we're going to start on 8, which is actually number 8. And it is 209. Okay, it's just up in this little corner. I love this. It's a purple color. Of course I love it. Purple is my absolute, well, I can't say my absolute. Purple and pink are both my favorite color. I don't think I could decide between the two if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I love them both so much. I watched Diamond Tita's whip and chat, one of her whip and chats this morning, and she was talking on there about multi-placing and showing how she multi-placed and giving tips about it. And I completely understand that because I do the same thing, except for whenever I use a two-placer. Whenever I use a two-placer, I will go side to side on it. But if I use a four-placer, I won't. I would much rather go up and down on them instead of side to side. But I do use a two-placer probably 75% of the time. So, okay, is that all the 8s we have? That was very few 8s. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the 7s because it's right next to this. Okay, and this is color number 208. It's just a darker purple than the other one, I think. we're gonna go ahead and get this color done. There's not really that many of this one either. So this color shouldn't take that long at all. I was out there yesterday before I had to go and get ready for the 4th of July and get all that stuff done. Um, was out there yesterday just chilling in the chair, sitting outside, enjoying the day, and I look over and I saw all these geese, and they were just slowly, one by one, following each other, or sometimes two by two, but following each other into the water, and then towards the end of that clip, you kind of see them just the waves picking up just a little bit. You see them just kind of going over the waves, kind of pushing them back a little bit towards shore. But I thought that that was just so adorable, so I wanted to show that to y'all. Hopefully, I will get some more camping videos in here. It was I was really enjoying myself over there, and then it was the 4th of July. I wasn't going to go and start doing stuff for probably about another hour or so, but I got a message on my phone. It said, "Our town is busy if you choose to DoorDash." And I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. I've got to go to town anyway. So I got up, accepted that, and before I even got to the car, I was getting a DoorDash order. And whenever they say busy, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get more than one order. But anyway, so I went ahead and accepted the order from where I was at. It was only 7 miles. And with that 7 miles, 4 of that was because I was across the river and out of town, or out of the main area of town. So that wasn't a bad price. It paid $6.50. So I went ahead and took the order, and it was for somebody that I used to work with at McDonald's, but I wasn't taking the order to McDonald's. She had since then gotten a different job. But anyway, so took that and we talked for a few minutes, and whenever I was walking out, um this lady, and I do know her somewhat. It's not somebody that I talk to all the time, but anyway, I do know her somewhat. And she's been at some of the places, the parties and stuff and events that I've been to. Um, so she asked me if she could get a ride home. She would give me $3 for gas. So I went ahead and took her home. It was just a couple blocks down the road, and nobody needs to be walking in as hot as it was yesterday. It was so hot. Josh did a wonderful job cooking out, because whenever it is that hot outside, you it's so hard to do like cookouts and stuff, and he did a wonderful job preparing most of the food and everything, including whenever the barbecue grill started going out. He went over to the camper and got our little Weber one. It wasn't a very big one, but it works very well. So he went over there and got that so that we could finish cooking all the food. And it turned out wonderful. But so I dropped her off and I told her I didn't need the $3, but she left it in there anyway. So that one DoorDash order that I did ended up being like $9 and something altogether because of that extra three, which wasn't bad. And then I logged off shortly after that and didn't log back on for the day. That was just a one time thing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. There's a few sevens right here. And if you draw on these mats with permanent marker to make your lines so that you can cut them, I would suggest trying to clean that off before you use them on a canvas because that black line is from where I did that, it came off and it's transferred to the canvas. You can't see it once you get the drill down, but on some of them, it may make it a little more difficult to tell what the symbol is supposed to be. Let's put number 7 back up here and decide on a different color. I think we're going to do number 6, which is the pound sign in color 155. Another purple. Love my purples. So we're still having a little bit of an issue with being able to charge the car because some of these public stations, or the one public station that I have that's near me to be able to go to charge my car, the last few times I've went up there to try to use it, it is not working right. And I think it is because of the heat. There's been a few days this week that it's been over 100 degrees. I think yesterday was one of those days. So anyway, I didn't get to charge my car to get it up to full for today and all the driving around that I need to do. So, Josh, we had enough miles on it for him to go to work and back today. And then, so he left me his truck. So I'm driving it today. Whenever I go to pick up Josh, I'll have to load up all the kids into the car so that we can go up there. Pick him up and then I'll drop him off. And depending on what time it is, my daughter will be off work at 3. And then I'm gonna try to have enough time to come back home. Hopefully she gets out of there right at 3. I'm gonna try to have enough time to come back home and just let her take the truck to take Remy to her doctor's appointment. So we can get this cleared up again. I was so happy that she was looking so much better. And I don't know why I hadn't noticed it before. Maybe it was because that nobody else had tried that to get rid of the eczema, or what I'm thinking now to be a sun allergy. And so what I'm thinking now to be a sun allergy, and it would always get that bad. So I so happy that she found this particular doctor that had discovered that. And even though she's got to go back in today because that oral medicine that they had given her was a steroid, one of them anyway, and she couldn't just call up there to get it refilled, I completely understand that. They don't need to be on that very often, but because of that, we might figure out something else that might be causing it. So hopefully this appointment today will go well. Um, and then we just have one more of the kids to get into the doctor, and everything will be doing good. Okay, so let's see. Next thing I'm gonna get, I'm gonna do, I think is, oops, I've missed some of these pound signs over there. You are probably yelling at me right now. Hey, you missed some. Let's go ahead and get those done real quick. Yes, I'm using my two-placer to single place. No, that seems a little bit lazy to not want to switch it around to the other end, but sometimes I do that. Okay. So let's go ahead to the next one, which is which one did I say? The V's. Okay. I'm gonna put this one back, put our 155 back, and we're gonna get the V. 18, which is this one. You know, if I have enough time today, there's a couple other videos that I want to make. Not sure that I'm gonna have enough time, but I may try anyway. Um, let's see. We'll go ahead and get these ones done. This painting is actually so far turning out pretty well. The deer is a little bit pixelated, but I kind of expected that. I, I would really have loved to get this painting in the bigger size, like Beth has. I think it's Beth that has the bigger size one. I would love to have it in the bigger size. I think that would probably make this painting just so much better. But I think that this was a special size that was only sold at Hobby Lobby. And they do certain Christmas paintings every year around Christmas time, so I always try to watch out for them, and sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. They had one time at Hobby Lobby that and it was by Diamond Art Club. I do not remember the name of it. I wanted it so bad and I couldn't get it, but it was just, and I can't even, what's bad is I can't even remember what it looked like now. I would probably know it if I saw it, but it was a Christmas little puppy, and I believe it had a Santa hat on it. It wasn't the Diamond Dot one. It was actually a Diamond Art Club one. And I went and I looked for it, and the first time I went and looked, they didn't have all their Christmas paintings out. And then I went back a couple weeks later, and they had them out, and they had all the other Diamond Art Club ones, but that one had sold out, so I didn't get it. Never could find it. But you get some of them you don't. But if I had known that this one was in a bigger size, I probably would have ordered the bigger size. You know me and big paintings. I love the bigger paintings, even though I tend to work on 3 or 4 at a time, so you may not see as many completions on my channel as some other channels, but I do complete a lot of paintings. It just takes me a little bit longer, and sometimes I'll get 3 of them done at once, and you'll see the completion of all 3. Um, let's see. What color are we gonna do now? How about the S's, which is right here. It's Nether Purple 3837. Go ahead and do this one. What else should we be talking about? Hopefully, if y'all don't mind, y'all will give me lots of comments to show on my channel and send me some emails. I would love to get some emails, some pictures. And even if they are the same ones that you send to Granny, you'll get double people showing them off. That's fine. I can always look at a craft project more than once. So would be happy to show anything off that you would like me to. Um, if you have any questions, send me an email, put it in the comments, whatever. If it's not really, really personal, something that I wouldn't feel comfortable answering on the channel, I'll be glad to answer any questions that y'all might have. Um, but yeah, I can't wait to start this on here. Maybe by tomorrow we'll have a name for our tree club. During the live. And I'm thinking that I may get get a PR package in tomorrow. Just depends how much the holidays set them back. I do not know for sure, but we will see. I am just so tired right now. I'm getting really bad headaches right now, which they're not nearly as bad as they used to be. Since the doctor put me on some blood pressure medicine, and this particular blood pressure medicine has something that helps with my headaches as well. So I can handle getting the 2 or 3 a month compared to getting a headache every single day. A lot better. The kids, I just gave them cereal this morning for like a brunch. Apparently, they just got out of bed whenever I had to take their mama to work. So we'll probably have a late lunch today. Maybe. It all depends on when I have to go and pick up my son from work and what I can figure out to make. Because since my air fryer isn't working, I've got to either cook the stuff that I normally cook for them in the oven rather than the air fryer. And I think that I am going to try to get me another air fryer because I use that thing constantly. Okay, let's see. How about the next one that we do is going to be the anchors. I think I'm going to do the anchors next. This is 44 where did I get it from? Over here. And the anchors are 13. I am actually thinking about buying some more of these trays. And the whole reason I am thinking about buying these trays is because they're skinnier than the art dot ones, but they hold a good amount. And I can put 3 of them in one of my little cubbies instead of 2. I love the art dot ones, I do, but I want to be able to put more trays on in each of the little cubbies. And then if I have something that just has a whole lot, then I can use the art dot trays. I don't know which ones I'm gonna buy here pretty soon. I want to try to make my tower that I've had the stuff for months now, and I just haven't gotten the time to make it. Beth, I know that you are probably not looking forward at all to the kids going back to school, but I will be so happy just for the reason that, don't get me wrong, I love my grandkids, I do. But I've raised all my kids. I've went through the spending 24/7 with them 7 days a week. And I like being able to go camping without having to come back to take care of kids, to be able to do all the other stuff that I need to do in town. And I would just love to be able to just not have to worry about that. But with the process of childcare and everything right now, my daughter just cannot afford a babysitter for 3 kids working at the job that she's working at. So I watch them while she's at work. I take her the places that she needs to go. Hopefully, she'll have her car working again soon. So that issue will be out of the way. But and my son, I keep telling him, you need to study for your driver's test. You need to get your driver's license. Because it would be so much easier for me if, whenever I had the kids, hey, just take the car to work, go to work, come back home once you get off work, and we're good. But he's got to get his driver's license first. He just never has wanted to get it, so he never has. Um, but hopefully that'll change soon. Okay. Like the other night, since we're camping so close to home, um, the other night we had steaks over there. I I had found some steaks on clearance a few weeks back, and we had put them in the freezer. Well, for whenever we went camping, since we were just camping over there whenever we went grocery shopping, I just picked up one more single steak, and then we took him over to the and we brought him over to the camper for dinner that night so he could enjoy it. Kind of as a reward for helping me out with the kids all the time, watching them whenever I needed him to, his sister needed him to, all that. And he loves steak, but it's expensive, so we don't have it that often at all, maybe 2, 3 times a year at most. Most of the time, we only have it whenever we go camping. Um, but every now and then. So we took him over there, and then I had to take him back, which was fine because I wanted to come home and take a shower. Since we were so close, I'd much prefer our shower at home to the one in the camper. Although it's not bad, it works. It's just, I like ours. I'm picky that way. So I went ahead and did that. Let's see. I want to make sure that wasn't my son. No, not my son. Ooh, lazy retired granny put out a whip and chat. I'm gonna have to watch that as soon as I finish this one. And then by then it'll probably be time for me to go pick up Joshua. Okay, so let's. Okay. So anyway, I will have my PR package here pretty soon. Can't wait for that one. Um, because I am gonna do that one right away. Not gonna wait on doing that one because I want to see how it works out and all of that. So y'all will see the whole thing on here this time. And how come I forgot what color I was doing? 333, the anchors. Yep, I still got more of them. Don't you just hate it whenever you get sidetracked and then you forget what symbol you're working on? That's one thing about working out of the tower system with the trays and stuff. All of my trays are labeled on the side what color it is, so it's a very easy way to find out, to remember. And if I'm working out of the bottles and stuff, I'll normally set the bottle on the table and won't put it back in the with the rest of them until I'm done with that color. But yeah, I'm really, really liking the way this is turning out so far. Even though it's very busy, it's looking good. So let me see how long we've been on here because let's see. We've been on here for about 49 minutes, so I'm going to give it about another 5 minutes and then I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go and figure out something for lunch today, whether it be something we can take with us on the go to go pick up their uncle, or if we're going to get something while we're out, which I can't really afford that, or if we're just going to fix something now, which I don't think they'll be that hungry because they just ate. Decisions, decisions. Okay. Sorry, I keep looking at this. It's just Kindle telling me Catmint Catastrophe Mysteries by Sarah Wargos was just released. I like the cozy mysteries, so it always tells me when some show up that I might enjoy, so. What? Why, does something look different?
Yeah.
What looks different?
Already clear.
The pack and play is gone.
Really?
Yep.
So,
Your cousin Mo had to use it to sleep in.
oh.
Go on in there so I can finish this video, okay?
So you can make lunch?
You just ate.
Let's make some else.
Okay, go in there.
You make some else. You're done.
We'll see. If you couldn't tell, that was Remy. I don't think she could exactly figure out what was different over there, but the pack and play is gone because normally Mo sleeps in a room all by himself at his house. But in the camper, we can make the table into a bed, and that is fine. If he was a little older. But since he's not, and the stove, the handles on the stove for the propane and stuff are very accessible to little kids. And whenever they stay in the camper, she puts him in the pack and play. That way he doesn't get up and try to get into things and all that. So, let's see. Let's do the no sign. Which one is that? 37. I do need to clean my craft room though, because it is a mess. I need to organize it. Because here lately, I have not been organizing at all. I think that's the only two of those. If there's more, we'll find them here in a little bit. And I think I only have 5 of the slashes. So we'll go ahead and do those, which is 25. What I tried to do is I try to go from like top to bottom and just pick one of the ones that is closest to the top. And then I'll pick another one and I'll do all of that color and then I'll put it up and then I'll start back up to the one that I have that's not done and do it all over again. So see, like here I've got P's and T's in this row. So I think I'm going to do the P's, which is 19. This tan color. It's 356. Eventually, I'm gonna get one of those books with all the listing of all the different DMCs that they use for diamond painting. And as I get these drills and stuff, as I have some of them, I'm gonna go ahead and put one drill out of each color on there. And then if I get a different painting and it has that same color, if the color is slightly different or something, I'll put another drill up there showing that I have two separate sets of those if I have any left. So I can kind of use that to match up the colors if I happen to run out of one. Because in the last painting, whenever I ran out of a color, I had two different colors of that. And that one was actually completely different. Very, very, very different. But anyway, we are at 56 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I will see everyone next time. Be sure to send me your comments, emails, let me know what you think, like this video, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.